Hello my friends, my name is Vasily. I'm just checking that everything is going good. Yeah, looks like recording is going. So, my name is Vasily. Oh, cool sound, right? I'm iOS engineer, in future just engineer, right? To do some different engineering work. Evening, okay. English engine is not working again. So, what we are doing here. So on my channel I have a view how and what we are going to do. So regularly I'm trying new things with you, like I have just a blurred topic in my head, right? What we are going to do, what is gonna be next. Oh, it's actually very loud. Let me make the sound a little bit quieter for me. I think you like it, right? I hope you like the sound. So, because we are hearing the same, this is our evening, right? We just meet and do something interesting, right? So, in one of my previous video, I also started like 3D modeling on Fusion 360 from Autodesk, right? And I said, okay, like if I'm going to create models, to design models and then print them, I also have a printer, and this is one of the topic today. Part of 3D printing, we're going to talk about today. Oh my god, English, please start working. So what is the plan? Since I wanna print something for you, right? I wanna create a time-lapse, right? Like when a printer like print a layer, then go back, we make a photo, boom, save it, and then continue, and then I will have a pack of these photos, and I can make videos using some software, right? I mean, this is what I know. Basically, it can work differently. Again, I do not know this topic. I'm going deeper just today. So, and since I need that thing, right? I need to install some software, right, to connect Raspberry Pi and so on, and we will try to make first steps today. I even do not know, like maybe today we will do, okay, screensaver, maybe today we will do very few information, we will get some few information and we will move very slow. So for this you can try to increase speed of my videos, right? And I will talk a little bit more faster, right? Probably, yeah. I mean, if you do not have a time. Also, so my materials, these videos, again, not prepared. If you wanna learn something, probably this is video not for today for you, right? I mean, I just do not wanna waste your time, because again, this topic I have no idea how to do. I'm going to use ChatGPT, and this is one of my also target. So I need to understand how to interact with these services, with AI. We can start with ChatGPT. Maybe something else could be released, right? And we will try to learn using ChatGPT. So yeah, like again, I have lots of targets on each video, and probably let's continue. So let me switch to another screen, right, to my desk, and I can show you what do I have. Wait, topic. I didn't tell you. So we need to have a time lapse, right? For time lapse, we need Raspberry Pi, we need some software, we need camera, right? So that means that we need to connect our 3D printer to Raspberry Pi, right? And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm trying to understand how can I do this, and I will ask ChatGPT a lot of questions. So probably, I mean, it is interesting. Can I solve the problem just talking with ChatGPT or not? Okay, so let me show you what I have. I'm going to switch to this camera. So let me switch the light. Oh, cool sound. Okay, and right now let me switch to another desk. Okay, what do we have here? Hey, this is me. Hello, hello. So, actually, I can also do this one, right? You can still see me, right? Because you wanna see me. I'm a superstar. Yes, my mom told me that I'm superstar. Okay, so let's talk about about equipment what I have today. So this is Raspberry Pi 4. As I correctly remember, we have here 8 GB of memory, RAM memory, right? It's already connected to my switch. So this is power. Okay, this is a screen. I also think about Klipper screen, right? Okay, let me move that. Okay, so I wanna set up Klipper screen here and use touch screen to interact with everything. So I wanna replace my my screen on the printer. Yeah, I have Flying Bear Ghost 5. It's maybe not very popular in US. It is kind of popular in Europe. So right now they also released new version, right? And but I mean, why not to update this small guy? Okay, so Raspberry Pi screen, right? Then this is MKS base. Okay. Yeah, I do not have autofocus, probably. Sorry for this. Yeah, this is MKS base, maker base, MKS Robin Nano version 1.2. So in my printer, developer of the printer, manufacturer, used a copy of this board. And so what I want to do, I want to try to link them. Oh, I also have lots of wires here, right? I just wanna like to make some teaser what we're going to do. So I have lots of wires here, like we will do lots of experiments, then we will make like a real soldering, right? Okay, let me show you one more thing. So like global plans, right? So I have here, I'm not sure do we need this model. So this model will have to auto stop printer, right? This is like if I correctly remember, hotbed mouse. Also I have this another one for the oh my god, for the heater, for the heat block. Sorry if my terms are not correct. So I also have here BLTouch. I have here what else I do have here? I have lots of different drivers. These two drivers, TMC 2226. This is 2225. This is 2209. So I have lots of actually a very big plan to upgrade my printer. Yep, but all of this will happen one day later, right? Because we will also need to do some soldering work, and we need to also print some cases for all of this equipment, right? So today we have this. As I correctly remember, I also already did some experiments and I set up Klipper screen. Okay, and something, and I think I also set up here Klipper, or I do not remember the correct names. It was Flood or Mainsail. Yeah. I mean, I already forgot about all of this because last time I touched my hobby, this 3D printing, like more than half year ago. Yeah, this one. So what I did, I connected touch signal and I connected display HDMI. Oh, sorry, I always need to look at my screen to see if I am showing everything well, right? Then another plan, like probably I need jumpers. I need this cable. Oh, no, another one. This one, I think so. Where I have on the one side, I have these pins, right, on the one side, and on the second side, I have a different one, like this. Okay, I think it's clear. Let me find, maybe I already took one of that. Okay, let's take one more again. So let me unwrap this. Where is the beginning? Okay, here the beginning. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, I am unwrapping these cables and trying. Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, right? So as I correctly remember, right? So I do not want to connect Raspberry Pi and this thing using USB. I wanna connect like internally because my printer, like USB is out. I don't want to have a cable and just put it inside. I wanted to connect to this interface. So as I correctly remember, we have TX, RX, something like this, right? So we need 3 pins for transferring data using USB, as I correctly remember. Again, like that, I learned this billion years ago, right? So let me take this. Okay. Right now I also remove this because we do not need it today. Okay, so we have our cable, right? So, and let's start conversation with ChatGPT, right? I also have a payment version. Again, everything what gonna happen, we're experimenting, right? So I need the screen and my face, right? Where should I place it? Probably let me move myself somewhere here, right? Maybe I can make myself smaller, right? So I have a premium version, right? This one, we have 25 messages. Sorry, I'm not going to record video for 3 hours. Yeah, for me it's just too much. So we need start from scratch, right? Personally, me, you are awesome. You know everything. You're very good. Thank you for watching. And also you can suggest me something, right? You have keyboard. You have fingers. So you know what does it mean, right? Keyboard, fingers. I have no idea what does it mean. So let's start conversation with our chat. Hello, Chatty. So always let's try to be very friendly to the AI, right? If AI, I don't know, he, she, it, if AI will try to conquer all the world, right? I wanna be friend with chat, so I don't wanna be very aggressive, right? And then AI will remember that and not going to force me to do, I don't know, cleaning and something like this. So, okay, hello Chatty. I'm planning. Okay, no. First of all, we need to talk about what do we have. I have flying bear, ghost 5 3D printer. I am planning to record time-lapse videos for my amazing subscribers. As I correctly remember, to implement time-lapse functionality okay, time-lapse, no, functionality, actually, how we can, okay, time-lapse, functionality I need USB camera, what else, Raspberry Pi 4 or 3, but like I will write 4, and Raspberry Pi 4. So I want to install 3D printing software on the Raspberry Pi. Come on, like what? Sorry, on the Raspberry Pi. You can definitely understand and write about this. Yeah, I do not know English, I need to go to school. Yeah, to the first grade. Maybe to the kindergarten, of course. So I want to install 3D printing software on the Raspberry Pi with Klipper screen. Can you help me to define what software I should install? Very complex question, right? I mean, okay. Hello. For creating 3D printing time-lapse videos with Raspberry Pi, a popular choice is OctoPrint. I heard something different, which can be used in Raspberry Pi to monitor and control your 3D printer. In addition to that, OctoPrint has a plugin system, and there is a plugin called OctoLapse. That's a designed to create time-lapse videos or 3D prints. Okay, so you also mentioned Klipper screen. Klipper is a 3D printing firmware that operates in a conjunction with OctoPrint. I think, I will learn lots of new words. I mean, read, not learn. Okay, to improve printing speed and precision, right? Klipper screen is a touchscreen interface for Klipper. If you want to install Klipper on your Raspberry Pi, you can use official installation instructions on the Klipper screen GitHub page. Okay, the board steps you follow are: install Raspberry Pi OS. Okay, previously called Raspbian. Okay, onto your Raspberry Pi. That will give you an operating system to work with. Okay, install OctoPrint. Okay. Okay. Questions. Sorry, friend. Remember, conquer. Sorry, friend. I have more questions. First one. Come on. First. Will Klipper screen work with what? Will the Klipper screen work with the OctoPrint? Shouldn't I install Klipper software or firmware? Nah. So Klipper OS, right? Or how its name? Klipper software. I don't know. Is it like a Klipper? Is it like a software for Raspberry Pi, or this is like operation C? Like it's not firmware, right? Because as I correctly remember, firmware we need to install directly on chip, right? So this is maybe software or operation system. Okay. Install OctoPrint on the Raspberry Pi. The official OctoPrint website has excellent, perfecta installation instructions. Okay. Once you have OctoPrint set up, you can install the OctoPrint, the OctoLapse plugin through the OctoPrint web interface. Okay, you can find the OctoLapse in the plugin manager under the Get More. To use Klipper's screen, you need to install it on your board, both your Raspberry Pi and 3D printer control board. Again, the Klipper GitHub page has a instructions on how to do this. Finally, you can install Klipper screen on your to give yourself a touchscreen interface for your printer. Klipper is installed onto your Raspberry Pi, and you can find installation instruction on the Klipper screen GitHub page. Remember, each 3D print model has a unique unique this word. I cannot read it at 10 p.m. and needs to be sure to check for any specific instructions or issues relating to your Flying Bear Ghost file. Okay, lastly, don't forget to set up your USB camera with your Raspberry Pi, and you need to actually capture the time-lapse footage of your prints. Raspberry Pi has native support for certain camera modules, but a wide range of USB cams are also supported. I hope we can make 4K, right? I mean, we want to have maximum quality, right? Once your camera is set up, you control it through OctoPrint and OctoLapse to capture your time-lapse videos. Very interesting. So, okay, for right now I have one question. Okay, what about OctoPrint analog Is it correct? Yay! OctoPrint analogous like Mainsail. Sail flat. I don't remember what is flat. Okay. Klipper screen should work with OctoPrint. It's important to know that Klipper screen it it continue moving, so I cannot do. I'm not Superman. I cannot do it at 10 p.m. Right? I mean, 10 p.m. Come on. So, yes, looks like my wife is gonna be very happy because I'm reading aloud, and probably like that can improve my English. I'm doing something useful, right? So yes, Klipper screen should work with OctoPrint, and it is important to know that Klipper screen is essentially a standalone touchscreen interface for Klipper. It doesn't require OctoPrint to function. Okay, however, it is compatible with OctoPrint, means you can use both in conjunction. Give me a moment, please. Oh, okay. Conjunction. Why not connection? Or okay. Okay. So you will need to install Klipper, as Klipper screen is essentially a user interface for Klipper. The process generally involves installing Klipper on both your Raspberry Pi and your printer control board. I remember that, so, yeah, as mentioned. So for this we have our board, like, I mean, I bought it. This is not like original one. I have another one in my printer, so I decided not to disassemble my printer, because all of this work, it can be very, very long. Okay, you indeed need to install Klipper, as Klipper screen is essentially a user interface for Klipper. Okay, the process generally involves installing Klipper on both your Raspberry Pi and your printer control board. As mentioned in my previous message, you can find detailed instructions on the Klipper GitHub page. Okay, Mainsail and Flood are indeed alternatives to OctoPrint that you can use with Klipper. Okay, both of these software provide a web interface and that you can use to control your 3D printer remotely. They were specially designed to be used with Klipper, and as such, they might provide a smoother user experience to you than OctoPrint if you're planning on using Klipper. The choice between OctoPrint, Mainsail, and Flood. So, again, as I correctly understood, Mainsail and Flood, it's like a connection, right? They're going together, right? We will ask it. So, the choice between OctoPrint, Mainsail, and Flood largely comes down to personal preference. They have slightly different user interface and features, but ultimately they serve the same basic purpose, allowing you to control 3D printing remotely. Okay, installation instruction for Mainsail and Flood. So, Mainsail is the OS for Raspberry Pi, right? For the Raspberry Pi, and Flood is the web interface, right? Oh, I always forget letter B. Okay. So flight. Okay. Right. So they are going to get there. No. Are they going to? Right. Are they going together? Not quite. Mainsail and Flood are both web interfaces for 3D printers, very similar to OctoPrints. So they are not operating system, but small applications, that run on an operation system. Okay, for Raspberry Pi, the operation system you'll typically use is Raspberry Pi OS. Okay. Previously known as Raspbian. Okay, Mainsail and Flood are particularly designed to work with a Klipper. Firmware. Okay. Fleet. Right, like learning is always difficult, right? Mainsail and Mainsail and F-Think are particularly designed to work with a Klipper firmware, and they offer a streamlined and customized experience for this configuration. You would typically choose one or the other, Mainsail or F, not both, based on your preferences for their features and interface design. They both serve the similar purposes. Okay. And here we have installation, like install Raspberry Pi OS, install Klipper on both Raspberry Pi and 3D printing software, right? Install Mainsail or Flood. Okay. Installation. So we're near, right? Right now we have an understanding about Mainsail and Flood. Okay. Set up your 3D printer in your chosen interface by following the provided setup guidance. Once this is done, you should be able to control your 3D printer remotely using web interface. Remember to set up your camera with Raspberry Pi for time-lapse functionality. Remember to set up your camera. Okay. For the time-lapse, you would use a separate tool or service. You would potentially use OctoPrint plugin like OctoLapse. But this would require running OctoPrint. What? Don't we have time-lapse app? Okay. For Mainsail or Flood. What's wrong with this word? It's correct. FLUI. It's correct. As my okay, September 21. Okay, Mainsail and Flood didn't directly support time-lapse functionality. Okay, however, this may change. Okay, let me try to check it. Right. So I can open one next screen, right? New window. Okay. So time-lapse functionality for Klipper, for Mainsail OS. Klipper time-lapse with flat or mainsail. Okay, what do you need? Klipper. Okay, using the time-lapse feature, you can record your entire 3D printer like this. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to show you that thing. So, and share bits of it on your social media platforms. These videos are also a great tool to analyze print failures and pinpoint the cause behind a failed print. So what do you need? Okay, type Moonraker. Let's check what is Moonraker. Time-lapse. So what is this? Okay, and let's check when it was latest release. Okay, October 17. Okay, what about insights? What about network? And let's check, maybe someone did a fork. Yeah, you see, right? Like, I mean, probably what I feel, ChatGPT, at least version 4, is good, right? Like, really understand the topic. So let's check, what do we have here? Docs. Okay, fork from, okay. Okay, so applications. Okay, so at least we have this solution, right? Looks like on a Python, right? Maybe we have something else. Yeah, you can see the next link is this, right? And then Mainsail. Oh, time-lapse tutorial, probably the same. Klipper basic time-lapse mode. Oh, no, not video. We cannot do this. I forgot about it. Time-lapse with Mainsail. Reddit, come on. So, it's pretty much the best way to do some lab. Okay. Couple with it. Okay, so looks like Moonraker time-lapse is our solution. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. So, last question. So, no, two questions. So I need first to turn off the printer when it finishes printing. Second, this is also like teaser. I need to control LED strip. Third, I want to implement time-lapse functionality with all of this, with the ideas listed above. Can we what is better to pick. So Mainsail or Flight. Both Mainsail and Flight can accomplish your main task of controlling the printer and the LED strips. Okay, as a boss interface with Klipper for turning the printer off the printer when it finishes printing. You can use a smart plug controlled via system. Okay, I showed you that I have specifically like a plug for my board. Okay, so let's continue. So if it's available, okay, controlling an LED strip can be done directly if your printer's control board has an extra controllable pin. So can I control LED from Raspberry Pi, not from a 3D printer board? Okay. For the time-lapse functionality, as previously mentioned, neither Mainsail nor Flight natively support it, as my last training data in September 21. However, you can achieve time-lapse. Let me switch to another sound. It's cool, but not right now. Okay. However, given your requirements, the choice between Mainsail and Flight comes down to personal preference, since they are very similar and they are both designed to work seamlessly with Klipper. You might want to check our screenshots or videos for both interfaces and decide which one you find more visually appealing or user-friendly. Additionally, you could look for recent reviews or user experiences to see if there have been any significant updates or changes. Lastly, keep in mind that while the web interface, Mainsail, Flight, and the firmware Klipper play a big role in controlling your 3D printer, you also need to consider the hardware capabilities. Okay, so let me check. So I have Raspberry 4 with 8 gigabytes RAM and MakerBase. I also can try to write a chip, right? MakerBase MKS Robin Nano version 1.2 as 3D printer board. And we have STM32, right? STM32 CPU on that board. Is that enough? Okay. It's certainly let's wait, right? It is, yeah, still typing. How was the day? Is it okay? Okay. Yes. Reading lots of text. Yes, it is certainly possible to control an LED strip directly from the Raspberry Pi instead of the 3D printer control board. The Raspberry Pi has GPU, general purpose input-output. I know, I remember something. I learned about it in university. I remember, like, what the processor was there, ARM7. Yeah, I played with a board based on ARM7, and it was, yeah, I don't remember what I did, but it was interesting. Yeah, it was so many years ago. So a general purpose input-output pins that you can use to control your LED strip. You'll need to connect your LED strip to the appropriate GPU pins. Then you can control them using pins high, on, or low, off. Okay. Here's a general idea of how you can do it. So you'll need to write your LED strip and LED strip to the appropriate GPU pins on the Raspberry Pi. The specifics of this will depend on your type of LED strip. For example, if you're using a simple single color LED strip, no, I have multicolor. Of course, for you everything is better, right? The top line, if you are using a simple single color LED strip, you may need a single GPU pin. But if you are using an RGB LED, you likely need at least 3 GPU pins for each color. Be aware that you might also need additional components like resistor or transistor depending on the strip and I think I have 5 volts LED strip. So, and like I have 3 wires there. Ground, I have plus or power plus, right, and controlling pin. So, okay, be aware that you might also need additional components like resistors or transistors depending on the LED strip requirements. I like the sound. Once your LED strip is correctly wired, you can control it through software. There are several libraries available that, okay, programming, we can do this. So, library for Python. Oh, do they have a library on Swift? At least Objective-C. Yeah, I did something on Python, but I need to learn it again. So you see, like a simple task, just to add time-lapse functionality for the printer, it will require to go deep in lots of things, and this is wonderful, and this is why the world is very interesting, right? You go deeper, and right now we have this wonderful ChatGPT that can help us to do the work faster. Before, we have to watch many videos on YouTube, right? That's what I did before. That's why I know about Mainsail, F-Thing, right? And OctoPrint and so on. I watched many videos about that. And only today I decided actually start doing something, right? I mean, do not wait, or I can prepare all of this thing. I can do more things, preparing more, spend time for preparing more, and I will never release anything. I will never finish it. So yeah, I hope you got it. Yeah. So once your LED strip is correctly wired, you can control it through software. Okay, we just read it. So integrated with the Mainsail, Flight or OctoPrint, you can set up a system command that runs a certain events occur. For example, you can set up a command that turns LED on. Okay, and also we want to have a button, right? Like everything would be connected through this through Raspberry Pi. I also want to have a button like to turn on, turn off LEDs, right? And about LEDs, I already have small project. I have like Arduino Nano. I use it and I already control it. So probably when we, on one of the next video, we're going to clean my printer because I didn't touch it like half year, maybe year. So, and I want to start printing again, so I need to clean it, and I will show you that project. Oh, I already have a LED installed, I already have a wire, but I don't have a solution connected to the whole system. So we're building whole system, and we're going to connect everything to this system. When I talk about whole system, basically I mean Raspberry Pi. So everything would be controlled through this small computer. Your Raspberry Pi 4 with 8 GB RAM is more than capable of handling this task alongside controlling your 3D printer. The MakerBase MK Nano 1.2 is a 32-bit control board, which should also be capable of handling any typical 3D printing task. Yes, that's what I also learned. I mean, yeah, from time to time I am going to the supermarket and buy everything, like I want this, and then, oh, I do not need this, and then I realize it. But specifically what I have today, I spent a lot of time before, and I read articles and so on, and okay, read a little, because you can see like reading is not my strong side. I watched many videos, right? So, and that's why I bought all of this. The MakerBase MK Nano 1.2 is a 30-bit control board, which should also be capable of handling any typical 3D printing task efficiently. When combined with the Klipper firmware, just be sure to review any safety this word, P word, and guidelines for connecting and controlling LED strips, as improper wiring or control can be potentially damage your Raspberry Pi, LED strip, or other connected devices. Ooh. Okay, so we're going to install. I think I will pick Flight. Let's check. Let's do again. Let's open new window and okay, Mainsail interface. I need to see Mainsail interface, images, right? Okay, and here Flight screenshots, images. Okay, so we can have this, we can have this. Okay, let me try. So Mainsail crew. Mainsail is a popular web. What is this? Okay. So Klipper Mainsail, okay, and OctoPrint. So the question what I have right now, do I need to install OctoPrint? Or let's check it again, right? So OctoPrint is a OS, right? Install OctoPrint. So wait a moment. Is alternative to OctoPrint that you can use with Klipper. So OctoPrint also can work with Klipper, right? OctoPrint interface. Let's try to see it. Can you open please another screen? So OctoPrint interface. Okay. How it looks like. Oh, they have some interface like this already. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the main page and see screenshots. So okay, looks like this is a fresh one, right? Fresh one interface. Okay, like we have many releases, right? Let's go to the flight and see how it is developed, right? Like installation. Okay. Flight BI not recommended. Ooh, okay. Okay, lots of. Okay. I have no idea what does it mean. Okay, so I think I like Mainsail of flight. Again, one more time, one last time, right? One last time. I just want to make a decision today that we start probably next video with already doing some work, right? Like we spent all hour just to talk with ChatGPT to refresh our memory. But this is good, right? I mean, it's like a body that can help you to get a basic knowledge, right? So okay, yeah, I think I will go with this, and all other like software, like a trigger and so on, we will implement. Maybe again I can add also Arduino Nano, right? Or I can write some software. I think I can do this because I'm software engineer, right? I think I can do this. Whew. So what is the plan? Let's try to summarize, right? So our plan. Our plan. So Raspberry Pi, Pi 4, then MKS Robin Nano 1.2. Then I think I will have to, so let me check. Raspberry Pi OS, okay, with Raspberry Pi MKS Robin Nano, controlled by Klipper. then plus touch screen with Klipper screen software, right? And what else? Probably we can use, I think BLTouch we can use everywhere. Okay, what about BLTouch? Can I connect it? Can I connect it? What about BLTouch? Can I connect it to any 3D printer software? Okay. Yes, the BLTouch AutoPrint. I wanna get information faster. Okay. Yes, BLTouch AutoPrint leveling sensor is widely supported by most 3D printer software and firmware, including Klipper screen, Marlin. I have Marlin on my printer. Repetitor, Smoothiewear, and others. This includes web interface like OctoPrint, Mainsail, and Flight. They work alongside this firmware. When you install your BLTouch, you have to make changes in the firmware configuration. Okay, blah blah blah. In case of Klipper, okay. Additionally, you need to physically install BLTouch on your printer and connect it to your board. The exact process for this can vary depending on your specific printer model and control board. Typically, you need a mount. Yeah, probably we will print it. We will need to design and print a mount, right? So, which you can often 3D print yourself. Yeah. Then you need to connect the BLTouch to the Z end stop pin or another available pin depending on your board. And one of the PWM pins on your control board for the servo control. Okay. Remember to check any specific instructions or issues relating to your particular printer model and control board when installing BLTouch. They can sometimes be a model-specific quirks or challenges that you need to address, but generally a BLTouch can be a great upgrade that makes leveling your printers bed much easier. Okay, so our plan: Raspberry Pi MKS controlled by Klipper plus touchscreen with Klipper screen software. What do you think? Do you think? That sounds like a very solid plan for a high-performance 3D printer setup. There's a quick summary. Okay. Raspberry Pi 4. This should give you more than enough processing power to run Klipper and manage your 3D printer. Remember to ensure that you have a reliable power supply and a case for the case that provides cooling for Raspberry Pi, right? Raspberry Pi OS is a great choice for operating system. It's well supported and widely used, which means you have an easier time finding help if you encounter any issues. MKS Robinano with Klipper. Klipper offloads a lot of computation work on the Raspberry Pi. Yeah, I also remember this, that right now like we can make smaller steps, smaller movements, right? Because our processor right now would be not STM32 on this board, right? It is going to be a processor of Raspberry Pi that is much more powerful. So make sure to follow Klipper installation instruction carefully, as you'll need to install it on both Raspberry Pi and MKS Robin. I know it. That give you a convenient and intuitive interface for controlling your prints. Make sure your touchscreen compatible with the Raspberry Pi. And okay, some screens connect directly to the Raspberry Pi. Okay, while other connected to the so I have this solution, HDMI plus USB. Remember to also consider your BLTouch auto-bed leveling sensor and LED strip control needs. You'll need to configure Klipper to support the BLTouch, and you'll also need to write to wire your LED strip to the Raspberry Pi's general purpose input-output pins and set up software control for it. Finally, for time-lapse videos, as discussed earlier, you can set up a separate webcam server to capture images at regular intervals. Okay, and then combine those images into a time-lapse video using software like MPEG. So this plan should give you a flexible high-performance 3D printing setup. Let me switch to my face, right? Lots of reading, right? What do you think? We will pick that road, right? And start implementing on the next video. Probably, I hope, we will start writing code or install software and see how can it go. Again, I promised I'm not doing anything without you, so that you and me, we can both be surprised how it is working, how it is going smoothly or not, or we will have lots of problems. So yeah, thank you for watching videos. Write anything you wanna write, or write nothing. So yeah, do not forget what? Because I'm YouTuber and I need to tell something important at the end of a video. ChatGPT suggests me to say something important to my subscribers and new subscribers and people who are going to subscribe and who is subscribing right now. So something important. So since I'm not a professional YouTuber, right, what important can I say at the end of my video? Maybe I need to ask you to do something, right? Oh, okay. Do not forget to drink water, like 1 or 2 liters per day. Yep, that's it. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of the day. I hope you like this format, like when we are learning together. So maybe we will develop new skills and we can learn faster. And again, this is like 10 p.m. Probably I do not have like as a regular, I don't have lots of capacity here, right? It's a little bit slow. So next time I hope I will record it earlier, like at least maybe at 7 p.m. I do not know. Okay, thank you again. See you later. Bye.